Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, GHA family and friends. We are back with another homework helper video, and this is going to be lesson 7 for 5th grade. So for the past 3 lessons, we've been working on area model and standard algorithm multiplication. So that's what we're going to be doing in lesson 7, but now it's 3-digit by 3-digit. So we're going to be multiplying numbers in the hundreds by other numbers in the hundreds, 3 digits, okay? So I'll read the directions and then I'll get us started on the board. It says draw an area model, then solve using standard algorithm. Use arrows to match the partial products from your area model to the partial products in your algorithm. Okay, so I'll start with the first one. A, it says 273 times 346. So if you're looking at the homework, they already wrote it vertically for you. I'm just writing it here so we can see the difference. And it does not matter what number you put on top because we're multiplying. So if we're going to do standard algorithm, we'll write it like this, which you already have, so we can go ahead and start by solving. So we take the 6 and multiply by everything up top. So 6 times 3 gives us 18, and we carry the 1. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 is 43. Put the 3 down, carry the 4. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 4 gives us 16. We have nowhere to carry, so we put our entire 16 below. Now we need a 0 spacer, and we're going to move over to the 4 and multiply by everything we see up top. You got to get in the habit of saying this because it's going to help you when you do your area model as well. So 4 times 3 is 12. Put the 2 down, carry the 1. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 1 is 29. We put the 9 down and carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 more is 10. We have nowhere to carry, so we put our entire 10 below. Now, before we move on to the 3, we need 2 0 spacers, okay? So now we can do the 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 7 is 21, so we put our 1 down, carry the 2. And 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 gives us 8. So put our 8 down. Now our last step is to add it together. And we have 8 plus nothing. We have 3 plus 2. We have 9 plus 9, which is 18, plus 6 more gives us 24. And we have to carry the 2. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 more gives us 4. And 8 plus 1 gives us 9. So our product, our answer to our multiplication problem is 94,458. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to show you how to do it with the area model, okay? All right, so rewrite our problem up here so that I don't forget. Okay. So if we have 3 digits by 3 digits, then that lets us know we're multiplying 3 by 3, so we need to have 9 boxes in our area model, okay? That means we're gonna have to break our number down into 3 different place values. Okay, so let's take our 273 and break it down. So we have 2 hundreds, so we can go ahead and put 200 here. We have 7 tens. 7 tens equals 70, and ones we have 3. So we can go ahead and just put our 3. For 346, we have to break down our hundreds, tens, and ones again. So how many hundreds do we have? We have 3, so we can record our 300. And then we have 4 tens. 4 tens is 40. And then we have 6 ones, we can just record our 1. Now we need to multiply. So we're going to take our bottom number, broken down, and multiply by everything we see up top, just like I said in standard algorithm. So we have 3 times 2, which are our non-zero numbers. We can multiply and we get 6. Now we can count our zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 60,000 here. 200 times 400, we take our 4 and 2 and multiply, we get 8. And we have 1, 2, 3 zeros to add, 8,000. Then 200 times 6, we take our 6 and multiply by 2. That gives us 12, and we have 2 zeros to add, 1,200. Now we can move down to our 70. and multiply by 300. So we know 7 times 3 is 21. So we can record that and add our 1, 2, 3 zeros. 21,000. 70 times 40. We take our 7 and our 4 and multiply it, and we get 28. And then we have just 2 zeros to add. 1 here, 1 here. 2,800. 70 times 6, we take our 7 and 6 and multiply, and we get 42. And then we have 1 zero to add. 420. Now we're going to take our 3 and multiply by 3 into 300, and we get 9. And we have 2 zeros to add. 900, that should be easy work. And then we have 3 times 4, which is 12. And then we have 1 zero to add, 120. And now we have 3 times 6, which is just 18. So now that our area model is filled in, we can add up our partial products. If you were paying attention to our standard algorithm, we had 3 partial products now because we're multiplying by 3-digit numbers. So we're going to have 3 partial products in our area model, and we can go ahead and add those up and then add those together. So we have 60,000 plus 8,000 will give us 68,000 plus another 1,000 is going to give us 69,000. And then we have 200. So we have 69,000 and 200. Second row, we have 21,000 plus 2,000. That's going to give us 23,000. Then we have 23,800. And then we have 400 to add to that. So that's going to give us 24,000. Let's see, 21 plus 2 is 23. Then we have this. So we're going to have, I got to write it down, y'all. There we go. So we got 24,220. I couldn't do that in my head today. And the last one we have 900 plus 100 gives us 1,000. Then we have 20, so we have 1,020 plus another 18 is going to be 1,038. All right, so now we can add these 3 partial products together to get our total answer, which was what, class? I do not know. Let's go back. Okay. 94,000. So let's add it up. Oh, I'm gonna have to clear this. Okay. Okay, 0, 8, 5, 4, 94,458. Now, if you followed along doing our standard algorithm, you got to check and see if this answer matches 94,458. It does, because I remember now. All right. So let's go over one more example, because this is a lot of homework. I'm going to do a standard algorithm problem here. Let's find a difficult one. Number 3, B says 1,426 times 357. So that one is written for you horizontally. I'll write it vertically and begin to solve. So don't be alarmed. We're still multiplying by 3 digits, so you know you're going to have 3 zero spacers, okay? 1,426 times 357. Okay, so first things first, we take our 7 and multiply by everything we see up top. 7 times 6 is going to be 42, and we carry the 4. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 4 gives us 18. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29. And 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 gives us 9. So we need a zero spacer so we can move over to the 5. 5 times 6 gives us 30, and we carry the 3. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13. So we put the 3 down and carry the 1. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 is 21. We put our 1 here, carry our 2. And 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 gives us 7. Now, before we move on to the 3, we need 2 0 spaces. All right, so 3 times 6 is 18, and we carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 gives us 7. And 3 times 4 gives us 12, so we put the 2 down and carry the 1. And 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 leaves us with 4, or gives us 4, excuse me. All right, last step is to add them together. So we have 2 plus nothing. We have 8 plus nothing. Then we have 8 plus 3, which is 11, plus 9 gives us 20. We put our 0 down and carry the 2. We have 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 9 is 17, plus 2 is 19, and we put the 9 down and carry the 1. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 1 gives us 10, so we put our 0 and we carry our last 1. 4 plus 1 gives us 5. So now we have 509,082, okay? So just remember, no matter how many, if we're multiplying by 3 digits, you're gonna have 3 0 spacers. If we're multiplying by 2 digits, you're only gonna have 1 0 spacer, excuse me. So just keep in mind, keeping track of your numbers and keep them lined up. Each time, most times, they're gonna add a place value to each number. Add a place value. That's what the 0 spacer does. Okay, have a good evening.